Hi, Richard Pimm, and this video is to tell you what you can expect from me if I were to deliver interview training for you. Interview training. Remember, you've got to close the deal. You've done all that work to get to the interview. And if you followed my process, step one, you'll have done the marketing to get some attention. Step two, you'll have gone through the motions to communicate how good you are, to allow them to qualify how good you are. That's why they invited you to interview. Now you're there, you don't want to mess it up. This is a sharp end now. This is where you close the deal. So you got to get it right. Now, you will be judged not by how good you are at your job. They don't know that. They are judging you by how good you are at convincing them that you are good. Think about it. It's not about how good you are. If you want to rest on those laurels, you're going to lose. You might even come across as arrogant. But if you actually play the game of convincing them, respecting them, they don't know you as well as you know you. You have to, impart to them how good you are, convince them. And the reason it's an interview face-to-face is because they want to look into the whites of your eyes. They want to decide if they believe you, get a feel for you, make a judgment call, gut feel. Okay, this is the end of the process now. You look good on paper, but now they're talking to you. And they've got to decide if they like you, ultimately. All right, so we don't want to mess it up here. So how do I do my training? My training is not the same as most other people's training because they give you lists of do's and don'ts, 20 things you should do, 20 things you shouldn't do, and how the hell can you process all of that through your little computer here, real time at the interview? It's going to distract you. No, it might be theoretically correct, this information, but if you can't use it, it's not much use to you. So my process is about helping you declutter your mind, to realize that you already have so much of it, already stored away in here, unconsciously competent. It'll come out when you need it to, but you don't need to think about it consciously, and you shouldn't. We don't want that clutter in your mind because you need to focus on the 2 questions that matter. There are only 3 questions at interview. There are all sorts of little questions, which are simply derivations of 3 main ones. The good news is one of those you don't even need to worry about to any great extent because it's so far out of your control, you might as well let it go. Which means you only have 2 questions left to answer. And so you can focus all of your preparation, and this is the real core of my teaching here. The real focus is your preparation on that first and second question, which I'm deliberately not telling you here, of course. This is an overview video. Focus your energies on those 2 questions until you are ready. And you'll know when you are. It's different for everybody. It's 10 minutes walking around the room, muttering to yourself for some people. It's 10 hours of slog on a piece of paper or notes or mind maps for other people. But I'll tell you how you should prepare. And then you'll eventually get to a point where you'll realize you are ready. Now, you have to decide at some point that you are ready. Otherwise, don't go to the interview. It's a waste of your time and theirs. You have to decide you're ready. And when you are ready, and you have decided that, you will have confidence. That confidence will have a massive knock-on effect to just about everything that happens in the first few seconds and thereafter in your interview. Look what happens in the first few seconds. They open the door to you. They see you. They're judging you, your hair, your tattoos, visible tattoos, what you're wearing, your gait as you walk up to them, how you shake their hand. That's kinesthetic now, isn't it? How you speak, how you sound, auditory. And of course, they've already looked at you, visual. And so much happens in the first few seconds. You need to be confident when you start. Because emotions create motions, motions create emotions. In other words, you start confidently, you're going to feel good about yourself. That will create more confidence. Look what I just did there with my body language, quite unconsciously. When you start thinking confident, your posture changes. You see what I mean? So we need to get that confident mindset. That comes from great preparation. That preparation is centered around those 2 questions. You prepare in these 2 ways until you are ready, and then all of those good things come after it. That's how I do it. Declutter your mind, get you to focus on only what matters so that you can deliver a fantastic performance. It is a performance. I'm a improvised trumpet jazz player and stuff when I'm not doing this. I have to wing it a lot. And I'm judged on that. The audience don't say, well, he's very good because I saw him lots of other times. No, invariably it's like, oh, they either like me or they don't in the moment. You're judged on the performance. That's what happens at an interview. Make no mistake. Now, you might not have the kind of confidence and personality that allows you to self-promote effectively. You're too modest. You're too nice. You're too much of a team player. Now, these are lovely qualities, but they don't really help you because when you are trying to get a job, you are selling yourself. You market yourself to win attention, you sell yourself to influence the potential buyers, and you try to close the deal. Okay, you have to do this. That's how the game's played, irrespective of your personality. I want to teach you how to do that effectively. If you know how to do that for yourself, great. I don't doubt that's the case, because you probably wouldn't be watching this video still. All right, so allow me to be your coach. And so more specifically then, I've got a list here just below the camera of things that you're going to get from me at the interview training. So let's just make sure I've touched on most of them. I'm going to tell you what the most important thing of all is at interview. The most important thing. In fact, I'm going to tease you a bit with that. I'm going to ask you what you think it is, and then I'll give you clues through the course of the training, and then ask you or invite you to sort of guess. And then I'll tell you the answer anyway. Okay. Now, I've got so much experience as a recruiter and all the rest of it that I'm quite certain this is the number one thing. Crucial, powerful. My credentials, well, I've been a recruiter for a lot of years and so on, as well as, all the other things, but I'm not going to give you the do's and don'ts lists. It's good information, but it doesn't help you really. You can't really use it, deploy it, utilize it. Okay. So it needs to be this way of focusing on the goal. What is the goal? To win the offer, not the job, the offer. And we're going to prepare 3 questions. In fact, it's only 2 that you need to worry about, and prepare for those 2. And then you're going to feel ready. With that comes the confidence. With that comes the awesome performance, which generates the results you want. And then, of course, you get job offers. You've got the luxury of choice. And now you're going to enhance your life, aren't you? And I really do hope, and this is why I love what I do. I really do hope for you that you're going to generate some results there that have a big impact on your happiness. I just wrote an article about job seeking and happiness in Careers UK. I'm a monthly writer for them now in 2 of their publications. Check that out. But happiness there, in other words, it's centered around, that article centered around, there will be times where you need to change. Your circumstances change, your personality changes, or events, or your relationships, and you need to change jobs for more money, maybe less money, but better lifestyle, more time with your kids. You need to be able to change when you need change, when that's exactly what you need. And that's what I help people with. And when it affects their life in a positive way, and they tell me this, I feel great about what I do. This is what charges me up. Okay. That positive feedback about how people were blown away with the results they got from my efforts to help them and so on. All right. These are real verifiable people. Check my LinkedIn recommendations. That's just a good selection of the people that I've helped over the last 3.5, 4 years or so now. Great. You'll get top tips from me. You'll get the most important thing revealed that I will have teased you about, but you'll also get a final sort of chapter about belief, about how there's so much of what you already know that you don't need to carry with you consciously, as I mentioned before. But I need you to realize that. I need to show you, feel confident about the fact that, yeah, that's in there. It's locked away. It'll come out when I need it to. Let's just focus on those 2 questions that we talked about that I prepared for. Okay. Keep your focus, deliver your performance. Be judged on that and feel good about how you performed. Don't be the person that comes out thinking, oh, I could have said this, I should have said that, and it seems so obvious to me now. All right. The way I teach it, this focus on these 2 things, it's going to preempt most of the questions that you're likely to be asked. Great. Okay. So you'll end on belief, and that way you can go fully charged and confident with all the good stuff that brings. Okay. Great. Look, if you want to engage with me, I'd be delighted to speak to you. You can buy this as a standalone, or you can buy it as part of an overall coaching bundle. And of course, you can get all the information from PimmCo, PimmCo.co. Don't do the 1M. That's the big financial company. PimmCo.co.uk. And you'll see their prices and things I offer for free. Get the free reports. Watch other videos when I put them out there. And so, but engage with me. Let's make this stuff pertain to you and your unique situation. Let's make it truly valuable to you. And then hopefully you'll have great results, and you'll be coming back to me, telling me about them, and allowing me to make mention, or you can make mention of them on LinkedIn recommendations or something like that. Okay, great. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins. I look forward to your call, if indeed you are going to call me. Thanks for watching this video. All the best for now, and good luck if you've got any interviews pending right now. See ya.